Hey, I'm Rachel and Ngom, and in this video, I want to show you super quickly how you can create a high converting opt-in page with LeadPages. So I love LeadPages. It's just super easy to use, and I'm going to show you how simple this can be. So when we're on the back end of LeadPages, all I'm going to do is hit create new lead page. And this is where you're going to decide if you want to create an opt-in page or a sales page or anything else that you want to do. So I'm going to click generate leads. And then depending on what you want to give away, we're just going to pick on free guide. And they already have these templates laid out. And these are all high converting templates that work really, really well. Let's keep it super simple again. And I'm going to pick this one. And so from here, just title it video test. And it'll take a second. Here we go. Okay, so here I'm going to edit this with my logo. So I'm just going to click on this image and then click this button here. So here you could add, you could change it here with making the logo bigger or smaller. You could add a link to it, create a pop-up. Here we just want to do an image. So here is where you can upload different images, a logo, something like that. So I'm just going to insert my logo. I like the size of it. If I didn't, I would make it a little smaller, but you could totally change it. Here you can change your text. So I actually have a freebie here that converts really well. So maybe I'm just going to grab that same text, copy and paste it. And if you wanted to change the size of it, anything like that, you could go here, make the size bigger, smaller, whatever it is that you want to do, create more space in it. That's definitely too big. You could make it centered. I mean, you could really do anything here. If you have a special font that you want to use, you could use that here. If you have like a brand font or something like that. If you want to change the color, so maybe I want to use my brand colors, make it unbold, make it bold, whatever it is that you want to do. So let's see, make it a little smaller so it's all on one page. Sweet. Okay, here is where you could easily just change this text to whatever it is that you want it to do. I like it. I'm not going to touch that. Here is where if you have an image of that freebie, again, we're going to do that same thing where we click on the image and then click the image part. And if you have like a mock-up or some sort of image of that freebie, this is where you're going to put it. So I'm going to click this and click insert. If you don't like the way that looks, you could obviously change it, make it bigger. Maybe this image isn't the right size for it, or maybe I could just get rid of one of these here so it looks a little better. What I would probably do is just change that image, or I could even add a widget here. And so what I would do is take this and drop it here and get rid of this. And that way it's going to look a little bit cleaner. If I want to make this bigger, I totally can. Maybe I can change this size too. Cool. Okay, so here, whatever I want this call to action to be, I'll do something fun like I want it, boom. And then I'll click this color. So it already has my brand colors in here, which is pretty sweet. So I want to click that brand color. If I want to change that font, make it bigger, make it bolder, whatever I want to do, I can do that too. And if I want to change this background image, here is where you can do that. So I just clicked on that corner. And if I wanted to use one of my uploaded images, I totally could. I could upload an image here. So you could just drag and drop an image to your computer. I kind of like the one that's there, so I'm going to leave it. Here you could change the copywriting. So maybe I'll put Rachel and Ngom International, copyright 2019. Okay, so this part is good. If I want to change that, obviously I could. So I'm just going to click here to edit that pop-up. So we got an email pop-up form that I'm going to edit. So you could change this text again to whatever it is that you want it to say. And then here you can decide a few things. So when I clicked on this box, this little part popped up. And I could decide where I want it integrated. So right now we have it integrated with Active Campaign, and that's our email list. So we're going to pick an email list and then click next. here you could choose the field. So maybe you want to add a field and have a first name. Click done. And I'm going to hit this arrow so the first name is over the email just because I like the way that looks better. If you wanted to maybe add a phone number, you could do that too, and then hit done. So if you don't like that part, hit delete. Boom, it's done. Okay. Here, if I want to change the color of that box, make it on brand, I do the exact same thing that I just did. Change that color. And I'm going to click so you can see how easy that was. So I literally just click on that box. And then here, I'm going to click next. We see the fields here, and then we click next again. And this is where you can decide where you want to send the visitor. So after they enter their name and email and they click this button, where are they going to go? So you could decide to send them to another lead page. So you could do this exact same thing, but create a thank you page and then I'll just use this one, Pictures Premium, thank you. You could use the default one that LeadPages creates, which looks like this. So if you're just getting started, maybe that'll be kind of the easiest route for you to take, but I would do something, create your own lead page, and that way it'll just look super nice. And on that thank you page that you create, you can have a call to action or an upsell or whatever it is that you want. Then I'm going to hit save and close and then publish. And that's it. So you could decide what you want that URL select to be and hit publish. I hope you can see how easy this is. So I could have played around with this a little bit more, but I wanted to keep this video short and sweet for you so you could see just how simple it is. If you want to update it, you would click that. If you wanted to preview it, you could do that too. So if we want to hit preview, it'll just take a second, as always. So here you can see what it'll look like on desktop, on a tablet, and on a phone. So it is important that you look at all these three to make sure that it looks good on mobile, because a lot of people will be seeing your freebie on mobile. Okay, so that's it. Get started with LeadPages. Just play around with it a little bit. I do have a code for a free 14-day trial, so you can just test it out and see if you like it. I'll make sure to put that in the description of the video. So get started, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.